The sun, a rare comfort in their Siberian exile, warmed the Grand Duchesses as they walked the familiar grounds. Their simple dresses and floral hats, once a stark contrast to their imperial wardrobe, now represented a fragile normalcy in their confined lives. Flanked by their silent guards, the sisters moved as one, their steps echoing the uncertainty of their future, yet holding on to the quiet dignity of their shared fate. The flashing lights bounced off Brad's leather jacket as Christina squeezed his hand, a playful glint in her eyes. This was 1989, and they were the it couple of the moment, navigating the whirlwind of Hollywood's parties and premieres. Little did they know this brief romance would become a memorable footnote in their iconic careers, forever etched in the era's glossy photographs. The California sun beat down on the dusty film set as Wayne and Garth, accompanied by the enigmatic Bobby Kahn and the boisterous Millie the Roadie, took a break from their rock and roll shenanigans. Christopher Walken, ever the picture of cool, shared a moment with the comedic legends, while Farley's infectious energy filled the air. These candid moments captured the lively spirit of a movie set where iconic characters and unforgettable performances were brought to life, creating cinematic magic that would live on for decades. In the energetic hub of Microsoft's Albuquerque office, a young Bill Gates, barely in his early 20s, found solace and excitement amidst the glowing screens of early computers. These captured moments from 1979 show a visionary deeply immersed in his work, casually reclining on a desk or proudly displaying the disks that held the future of software. Each flicker of the monitor and every line of code represented not just a challenge, but a step towards a technological empire he was destined to build. Little did he know, these snapshots would become timeless symbols of the audacious dream that transformed a small startup into a global powerhouse. In the midst of World War II, a young Norma Jean Mortensen contributed to the war effort as a factory worker, assembling drones at the Radioplane Company. Her vibrant spirit and striking beauty caught the eye of military photographer David Canova, who was documenting women's wartime contributions. This pivotal photograph, taken in 1945, marked the beginning of her journey from a Rosie the Riveter to a rising model, and eventually the legendary screen siren Marilyn Monroe. The Tunisian sun beat down relentlessly, baking the sand and rock into a shimmering mirage. Harrison Ford, clad in his weathered desert costume, slumped onto the sparse ground, the weight of the day's action palpable in his posture. He wasn't just resting, he was embodying the weary adventurer Indiana Jones, even between takes. The film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was a grueling endeavor, but every bead of sweat and moment of exhaustion contributed to the authenticity that would make it an enduring classic. The camera flashed, capturing Audrey's mischievous glint and Mel's comically exaggerated surprise, a fleeting pause in their bustling lives. Tucking a petal behind his ear, Mel embraced the silliness, making Audrey giggle behind her own floral prop. These were the cherished, unscripted moments that truly defined their world, far from the glare of movie lights and the expectations of stardom. After a perilous journey and an unexpected turn of events, Dorothy clutched the Wicked Witch's broom, its evil power now nullified. Beside her, the Cowardly Lion, Tin Man, and Scarecrow stood resolute, their faces reflecting a mix of relief and lingering tension. Before them, the freed Winky Guards, once formidable adversaries, now regarded their liberators with a new, if bewildered, respect. The path back to the Emerald City, and hopefully home, seemed a little clearer, thanks to their courage and a bucket of water. In the vibrant mid-1980s, a young Whitney Houston captivated the world, her voice a symphony, her presence undeniable. The left image freezes a moment of pure joy, her famous curls framing a smile that promised a new era of music. On the right, bathed in the sun's embrace, she embodied the aspirational spirit of a superstar in the making, ready to conquer stages and hearts worldwide. These images perfectly encapsulate the dawn of a legend, a testament to her timeless appeal and the unforgettable energy she brought to the decade. Under the dim lights of a New Orleans club in 1943, the MC's booming voice introduced the next act. The dancer, draped in a shimmering costume and a dramatic cape, commanded the stage, her smile radiating confidence. For a brief hour, the servicemen and locals in the audience could forget the anxieties of the war, lost in the glamour and daring spectacle of the performance. This vibrant scene was a testament to the resilient spirit of a city that continued to find joy amidst global conflict. The summer of '57 buzzed with possibility as young Jimmy, beaming, cradled his new electric guitar. This wasn't just any instrument, it was his very own Supro Ozark, a gateway to the sounds swirling in his head. In the backyard of his Seattle home, with every strum and bend, he wasn't merely playing notes. He was charting a course, unknowingly laying the groundwork for a musical revolution that would echo for decades. This moment, captured in a simple photograph, immortalized the raw genesis of a rock and roll icon. The flash of the camera captured the youthful optimism of the Oakland's hockey team, a frozen moment in the early '80s. Among them, a quiet young man with dark hair, Keanu Reeves, stood with his teammates, dreaming of ice rinks and Olympic glory rather than movie sets. He was a promising goaltender, known for his dedication and skill on the ice. This photo, taken on the cusp of a future he couldn't yet imagine, encapsulates a simpler time before The Matrix and John Wick defined his legacy. The Arizona sun beat down, casting long shadows as Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday paused, their gazes fixed and unwavering. The promise of justice and the ever-present shadow of danger clung to their finely tailored suits. They stood as symbols of a vanishing frontier, ready to face whatever lay beyond the distant mountains. In this moment, the legends of Tombstone were not just characters, but men etched in time, ready for their story to unfold. The California sun gleamed off the custom chrome as Bunny, played by a then up-and-coming Jack Nicholson, struck a pose on his chopper, his brass horn helmet a defiant crown. Around him, the rebel Rousers gang prepared for another scene, their patched jackets a symbol of the untamed freedom they chased. This was 1967, a time of rebellion and radical self-expression, and this low-budget biker film was capturing a raw energy that would soon explode onto screens and into popular culture, marking a pivotal moment in Nicholson's legendary career. The roar of the crowd momentarily faded as Donald, ever the businessman, pressed the clunky cordless phone to his ear, trying to finalize a deal amidst the tennis excitement. Beside him, young Ivanka, sporting her US Open cap, was captivated by something beyond the camera's frame, perhaps the swift movements of a player on the distant court. It was a snapshot of a bygone era, where powerful figures juggled business and family in public, their lives unfolding under the watchful eye of the world, even before the digital age truly began. In 1977, as the sun set over New York, Elton John stepped into this shimmering, sequined ensemble, ready to transform into a flamboyant Statue of Liberty. With a golden torch held high and his signature shades in place, he became a living symbol of freedom and artistic expression for a photoshoot promoting his greatest hits Vol. 2 album. The image perfectly captured his larger-than-life persona, cementing his status as a musical icon who wasn't afraid to push boundaries, all through the lens of legendary photographer Terry O'Neill. The year is 1972, and the air in the Parisian sports hall crackles with an unusual energy. Jane Birkin, ever the muse, playfully brandishes a tennis racket, her movements fluid and uninhibited for just Jekin's camera. This wasn't a game of sets and volleys, but a dance between art and persona, a deliberate subversion of athletic wear that would define an era. Each frame captured her unique blend of vulnerability and audacious charm, etching her image into fashion history as a symbol of bohemian chic and liberated femininity. Amidst the flashbulbs and cheers, Olivia and John, fresh from their on-screen triumph as Sandy and Danny, basked in the electric atmosphere of the Grease premiere. Their smiles were infectious, reflecting the joyous reception of a film destined for legendary status. This particular moment, caught in a candid embrace, highlighted the genuine camaraderie that propelled their cinematic magic. It was a night of celebration, marking not just a movie's release, but the birth of a cultural phenomenon and the enduring legacy of a beloved on-screen duo. The demanding schedule of Down to Earth eased for a brief moment, and Rita Hayworth, ever graceful, settled into her dressing room chair. A burst of laughter escaped her lips, a momentary release from the intense focus of filming as she reached down to adjust a slipper. The mirror, usually a witness to countless transformations, now reflected a glimpse of the woman behind the legend, caught in a moment of genuine warmth before the cameras would roll again, calling her back to her role as Terpsichore. In the quiet hum of the studio schoolroom, young Elizabeth meticulously traced the familiar outlines of North America on the oversized map. With the pointer firmly in her hands, a determined yet hopeful expression graced her face as she imagined the vast world beyond her, a world she was already beginning to conquer. This simple geography lesson became a silent promise, a subtle nod to the glittering future that awaited her on the silver screen. A destiny she was already diligently shaping, one film roll at a time. Under the studio lights, Lee and Lynn Wilde, fresh from a long day of rehearsals, shared a knowing glance. This beach was just a set, but their smiles were genuine, reflecting the joy of their shared dreams. Each pose, each flash of the camera, was a step further into the spotlight they had always chased. As they signed the print for a fan, their intertwined names became a symbol of their inseparable bond and their brief, bright moment in the sun. In the cool, hushed atmosphere of a 1992 studio, Monica Bellucci held her gaze steady as the legendary Helmut Newton composed his shot. The small silver fish, delicately placed above her lips, was a whimsical subversion of expectation, a silent challenge to conventional beauty. The flash captured not just a face, but an attitude, a blend of sensuality and surrealism that would cement the image as an unforgettable piece of fashion history, echoing the bold spirit of 90s haute couture. The Caribbean sun bore witness to a vibrant connection between two iconic figures, Bob Marley and Cindy Breakspear, in a moment of candid joy on the beach. Their smiles, full of warmth and affection, transcended the world's gaze on the global music superstar and the newly crowned beauty queen. This tender embrace captured a personal chapter in their lives, a bond that would soon bring forth another generation of musical legacy into the world. The glare of flashbulbs reflected in the freshly polished stripes of his uniform as Staff Sergeant Elvis Presley faced a throng of reporters. 2 years earlier, he'd stepped away from the roaring crowds and screaming fans, trading his guitar for a rifle. Now, back on American soil after serving in Germany, he stood poised, a more mature and disciplined figure, ready to reclaim his throne as the king of rock and roll. This press conference marked not just his homecoming, but the highly anticipated return of a legend, a moment etched into the annals of popular culture. In the vibrant yet nascent world of personal computing, a young Bill Gates found himself in an Albuquerque police station on December 13, 1977. 2 years after co-founding Microsoft, he was arrested for speeding, running a stop sign, and driving without a license. Despite the circumstances, the future tech titan flashed a broad, almost mischievous smile for his mugshot, a moment that would become a humorous footnote in his extraordinary journey. This snapshot captures a glimpse of the spirited ambition and perhaps youthful recklessness that would soon propel him to global prominence. In the quiet of a room, a young father, Don Cobain, gazed with a mixture of awe and responsibility at the tiny bundle in his arms. His new son, Kurt, was just days old, a small, sleeping miracle wrapped securely in a white blanket. Unbeknownst to them, this innocent moment in Aberdeen, Washington, held the genesis of a cultural icon, a voice that would resonate with millions. The future was unwritten, filled with both triumphs and profound struggles. But for now, there was only the peaceful quiet of a new life beginning. Amidst the muddy fields and roaring crowds of Glastonbury '95, the legendary Iggy Pop, fresh from a blistering set, found himself sharing a rare, relaxed moment backstage. Johnny Depp, looking every bit the brooding film star, clutched his beer, while the effervescent Kate Moss, a beacon of supermodel chic, animatedly chatted with the shirtless rock icon. For a fleeting instant, the lines between film, fashion and punk dissolved, leaving behind a timeless portrait of camaraderie and counterculture cool that would echo through the years. The gentle lapping of the waves offered a peaceful rhythm to Albert's thoughts as he listened to David, his trusted friend and local confidant. In his unassuming summer attire, the great physicist found solace in the simple exchanges on these Long Island rocks, far from the complexities of equations and the looming shadow of war. Unbeknownst to them, the world was on the cusp of a cataclysm, a turning point that Albert's genius would soon, inadvertently, help to shape, even as he savored these fleeting moments of calm. The studio lights hummed, casting a glow on the meticulously decorated set. Marilyn, ever the captivating muse, struck a pose that blended holiday whimsy with her undeniable allure. Her infectious smile lit up the room as Frank Powolny's camera captured yet another iconic moment, forever etching her image into the annals of Hollywood glamour. This playful scene quickly became a beloved holiday classic, showcasing her evolving star power. In 1954, a young Cassius Clay, full of untapped potential and a burgeoning spirit, struck this pose. With Post and Lukey on his shorts, representing his local roots and aspirations, he stood on the precipice of a journey that would forever change his life and the world. Little did anyone know, this confident boy would soon become Muhammad Ali, a name synonymous with greatness, courage, and unwavering principles, both inside and outside the ring. This image captures the quiet intensity of a legend in the making,